Hello everybody, this is Dom from Upstate Supernatural, and I'd like to welcome everybody in for a brand new episode of Spirit Box Weekly. And we are going to be testing out the eXtremeSenses Spektrocom, which we started testing out last week, and we had some pretty interesting results. So if you haven't seen that, definitely check out last week's episode as well. We also do a show every Thursday, Live Spirit Frequencies, which we're testing out different methods of spirit communication. We've done spirit writing, we've done spirit boxes, we've done water ITC. Right now we're doing the Ouija board. It's a little sensitive area for us to be, but that's what we're trying to do next. And you can watch that on YouTube. You can watch that through Ustream on liveparanormal.com. And you can chat with us live during those shows by clicking in the link in the description of that video. But without further ado, tonight I'd like to just go ahead and kind of showcase the Spektrocom again. And let me actually go to the right screen. There you go. And here's your Spektrocom. It's a beautiful looking Windows application for a spirit box. eXtremeSenses. I'm also doing the shows a little bit differently. So, I mean, you can see the clarity of this device as I'm showcasing it for you. And I'm not sure, maybe the batteries are dying on this, but it's definitely going a little bit slower than I'd like. Let me pause that real quick. Okay, let's see if this helps a little. Anyway, let me get right back over to here. But as you can see with the Spektrocom, you have the normal Spektrocom bank, which is for, just a standard user. You just turn it on and start using it. Then you have the Phasma box. That's what we started out with last week, and I really enjoyed it. I'm a huge fan of the Phasma box. If you missed one of the episodes, we did a special, and we actually got a great capture. I ask very loudly if the spirits can tell me, if they can finish the statement that I'm saying, and I go, "Wake up and smell the," and you hear roses, plain as day, and I definitely. That to me was huge, absolutely huge for one of these devices. Then you also have another spot right here, which you can do a custom bank. Now with this feature here, you can do echo, reverb, tons of different features. You can change the pitch, you can change everything with it. But what I'm gonna do is that's that screen right there. I apologize, I'm kind of rotating back and forth. What you guys. If you haven't checked it out, check out our Facebook page as well. And I actually just put up a video. You can kind of see how I'm doing the shows, a little bit behind the scenes. So you can see that I have a black light, which is right up there. Which I will be showcasing that with the Ghost Hunter Tech stuff to just showcase how to give yourself illumination. Some IR illumination with a full spectrum camera or even an IR camera. Then in front of me, I have a 40-inch TV that is my computer monitor. It shows me the set of what I'm kind of showcasing, so I see what's in front of me. Off to the right-hand side, and you can see this in the video on Facebook, is the remote desktop. It basically, if I have interviews, if I have co-hosts, or if I'm doing a machine, or the application is going to be on that. And I think I'm going to do that from now on, because the clarity is just there instead of using the tablet. The tablet's getting a little bit beat up, so I think that's the way to go is with that. And then this right here, this is the chat screen, so I can see everybody that's in here, and I can communicate with you guys. If you guys have any questions you want me to ask during the show, feel free to do that. I'd like to give a shout out to Mary Dallas, Doppelganger, Karen Hirsch, Love Peace Paranormal, Courtney Stetson, Spooky Raven. Raven, thanks for being in here. And let me see if I got anybody else that's popping on there. But just to give you a little overview of what's going on, I can see everything that's kind of happening. I am kind of like a one-man show at this point. But, I have one mouse, another mouse, and then I can't type to you anymore because I'm actually using the remote with a secondary monitor, which swings over here. And Angela, thanks for being in here with us as well. And let me see. I got everything situated there. All right. There's nobody here. Nobody whatsoever. And I think, since no one's here, why not do a burst session? Dave Harding, thanks for being in here. And yeah, let's do a burst session. The house, for any newcomers to the show, the house that I am in is 175 years old. Back in January, we found the title to the house, and we found, the old owners, what their names were, and the date of when the house was built. So this house is actually 175 years old, and I think I've lived here probably about 4 years, 5 years. When I first moved in, there was no activity whatsoever. I started doing this. Started to feel like I started getting some stuff here. So anybody interested in doing this type of stuff, don't be surprised if stuff starts coming in. Stuff starts happening to you. Just to let you know. Alright. Let's turn this on. Any spirits within communication, I'd like to thank you. I'd like to thank you for being here. I'd like to thank you for any communication you can come through with. I normally never do this. Just because I think with spirit communication, it should never be selfish. I think it should be about what a lot of my friends believe in as well, which is trying to find out your story. I had a close friend, somewhat of a close friend, pass away this week. And I've been thinking about him a little bit today. And I would just like to see if any spirits could tell him he was a good man, and a lot of us are going to miss him. And that I hope he's okay. If he ever feels like he would like to try to communicate with me, doesn't have to do it through the shows, just in general. We had discussions about what I do, and he found it interesting. So maybe. But out of respect to the family and respect to any individuals that are my friends that may be watching this, I'm not going to name who this is. If you know who it is, you know who it is. But if I'm not going to name drop. It was fairly recent. And any spirits within communication, we're using the Spektrocom. And with the Spektrocom, I kind of had it on for the last hour and a half, hoping maybe you'd get used to it. I'm going to be doing another burst session, probably towards the end of this hour that I'm going to do this session. And I would love it if you could try to come through. I'd love if you would like to try to talk. I apologize. Sometimes I don't hear you immediately. Almost 80% of the time I don't hear you immediately. But I get that occasional time that I do. Alright, I'm going to turn this off. Let's listen to this. Alright. And, again, this will be the... I have so many mouses. This will be the device for tonight. And I'm just, it's hot. So, a little humid. There we are. Alright. So, I am back. Alright. I'm going to put some headphones on, and if anybody else is wearing them, you may want to turn your headphones down. This could be really, really loud. I honestly do listen to this fairly loud, but you may want to turn it down just to a comfortable level, turn it up, just till you feel comfortable with what you're listening to. Alrighty. So I'm going to go ahead and play this. So this could be loud.
Any spirits within communication, I'd like to thank you. I'd like to thank you for being here. I'd like to thank you for any communication you can come through with. I normally never do this.
That was a car?
Just because
I'd like to
thank you. I'd like to thank you for being here. I'd like to thank you for any communication you can come through with. I normally never do this. Just because
I believe I believe that said car, and it was a car that was going by. So I just put it in slow motion.
Come through with. I normally never do this. Just because I think with spirit communication it should never be selfish. I think it should be about what a lot of my friends believe in as well, which is trying to find out your story. I had a close friend, somewhat of a close friend, pass away this week, and I've been thinking about him a little bit today, and I would just like to see if any spirits could tell him he was a good man, and a lot of us are gonna miss him, and that I hope he's okay. If he ever feels like he would like to try to communicate with me, doesn't have to do it through the shows, just in general. We had discussions about what I do, and he found it interesting. So maybe. But out of respect to the family and respect to any individuals that are my friends that may be watching this, I'm not going to name who this is. If you know who it is, you know who it is. But if I'm not going to name drop, it was fairly recent. And any spirits within communication, we're using the Spektrocom, and with the Spektrocom, I kinda had it on for the last hour and a half, hoping maybe you'd get used to it.
hearing a lot of chatter, actually.
I'm going to be doing another burst session probably towards the end of this hour that I'm going to do this session. And I would love it if you could try to come through. I'd love if you would like to try to talk. I apologize. Sometimes I don't hear you immediately. Almost 80% of the time I don't hear you immediately. But I get that occasional time that I do.
Yeah, I think that's it for... Yeah, that was it for that burst session. I'm going to turn it off the slow motion. I mean, that was... that was really, really slow. Okay, so let's get back over to the Spektrocom. And let's turn it on. Let's see what's going on with it. This is going to be different. This is not the Phasmabox style. I did that first for the first week. And there's no way for me to slow down the Spektrocom as I'm doing this. I slowed down the voice recorder, but there's no way for me to slow down the Spektrocom. Okay. Actually, what I'm going to do... I love that sound. It's awesome. Alright, so I'm going to come over here, and you can see the mouse. You got this nice little blue icon right here. Pretty sure everybody can figure out that would be the power button for this to be on. And the nice thing with the Spektrocom is what it does is it takes little snapshots of these images that are showing up on my screen. How these were explained was that as this is going, those images that are on the screen are actually manipulated by the audio waves that are coming through. So the different audio waves kind of fluctuate to make the image change. So there could be a face that comes through or nothing. First time using this, I heard voices coming right through this style right here. It's a little different than the Phasmabox. Any spirits within communication? Would you like to say hi? This is Dominic. I have numerous individuals here with me that would love to try to find out if this device works, if we can talk to you with this. So any spirits that may be around, could you try to utilize this? And I can change the pitch, I can change the, a lot of different things with this. I just left it as standard, I didn't change anything right off the bat. Now, spirits within communication. I think in order for this to work, I have speakers in the room. And what I'm actually going to do in a second, I need to turn this down a tad. I'm going to turn it up in the room, so it's going to be loud. Okay. Now, Spirits Within Communication. I have a subwoofer there, and I have 2 speakers. This is playing within the room. Can you try to talk into one of the speakers, possibly? Would that be feasible? And I'm feeling a coldness. It's actually fairly humid, but it's only around my hands. It's not around anywhere else, just my hands. Any Spirits Within Communication? How are you doing this evening? I know Rusty does a lot of spirit communication. Do you happen to know who Alex is? The Rusty reporter? I can hear someone's trying to come through. Which speaker are you trying to talk through to try to come through? Now, are you able to try to show your face? That I'm not sure. I honestly, I personally think. Yeah, that's wow. That just subwoofer just blew on my beard. But I think that the spirits actually are around everyone. I mean, there's always been a lot of death within the world. So therefore, I think that, spirits could be around all of us all the time. Why not? There's a little preview button. I'm sorry, let me, there's a little preview button right here. So I can change what these are doing. I can add a little bit of echo. Go like this. Little too deep. Alright, let's turn that on. Let's see how that is. Now, spirits, are you able to try to communicate through this? I believe I heard yes, I'm trying to. BPG, thanks for being in here. Nikki Paranormal, I saw you were in here earlier. Love Peace, Spooky Raven, Judy Wilson. David Coffin, I saw you were in here earlier. I apologize. I don't know if I'm coming off wrong on this. And you guys can type this in the chat if you'd like to also. When you're going into somebody's stream, it's highly rude to start promoting for someone else's stream as soon as another stream starts. And I'm just throwing that out there. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely wrong. I love everybody in the community and what everybody's doing. I just think when a person starts their show and someone else comes in and starts promoting someone else's show, kind of shitty. Chris Walsh, thanks for being in here. Spirits, I've never asked that question. What is the etiquette? What is the virtues and the etiquette where you are? My apologies, David. Have a good night, David. What kind of questions would you guys like me to try to ask? Okay. Love Peace, to see the question you popped in there. Any spirits that may be around me, can I know who you are? Ziesel, thanks for being in here. Many individuals are curious. Are you able to move something within a room? Are you able to move? I'm trying to figure out what I got that simplistic for it to move. You know what? I will be right back. 1 second. Alright. Any spirits within communication, if you are able to... This is an old toy truck that I had when I was a child. And if you're able to, can you make that move? Can you make this move? Loving all the questions. I'm gonna be Scrolling up just a tad just to get to all of them. Alright, ask who's there. Spirits, what do you feel was your greatest achievement in your life? Are you affected by a full moon? Does it give you energy? What time do we have? Spirits, if that's your face in the screen, on the right, could you introduce yourself? I'd like to thank everybody for being in here. I see Jones in here. And I see a lot of individuals are in here. Does thunder and lightning, does that give you energy? Now I'm going to try something as well. I'm going to leave this going, and I'm going to turn this up just a tad. Alright. I think that's as loud as I can get it within the room. I'm going to try to do burst session, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it back slowly after that. So I'm going to do about 3 minutes. Probably a 3-minute burst session. Are there any animals that may be with you? Okay, I'm going to turn this on. This is the voice recorder. So I'm going to put you on the timer. You got about 2 to 3 minutes to try to talk and say as much as you can. And I'm going to play it back slowly, starting right now. If you could, please let us know who you are. How do you know who I am? You got 1 more minute until I turn this off. Thank you so much, Raven. Turn this off in 5, 4. Gotcha. All right. Now I'm going to turn this off. It's so loud. Literally just boom. I can feel it probably moved this from the base of it. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and play this back. I'm going to slow this down. And I see all these questions that are popping in as well. I will be asking those as well. And again, for anybody that may have tuned in late, we're doing the Spektrocom. This is made by eXtremeSenses. eXtremeSenses software. And same creator of the Plasma Box. The Plasma Box. And the Infinity Box. Also the XTS Spirit Radio. And the X Paranormal Spirit Radio. And there is a free application you can download. It's a Spirit Talk communication app. It's for Windows. I was actually honored to be a beta tester. I believe Rusty was as well. And it was pretty awesome. You know, for a free application, it was pretty sweet. So, if everybody is wearing headphones, you're going to want to turn them down and then turn them to a comfortable level. And try to listen, and let's hear what we find. I believe I heard something at the end, actually. So I'm going to put this in slow-mo. Probably just 2 clicks. This recorder is the Olympus Note Recorder DP201, but it has noise reduction, has slowdown, has massive buttons. I love this radio. I love this recorder. It makes it very easy to do burst sessions, and I think that's how you kind of get a one-on-one when you're trying to communicate. I really feel it's important, if you're trying to communicate, to try to do something like that first, and then, you know, evolve your conversation, because you can kind of get one-on-one and get a little more personal with who you're trying to talk to. So again, if you're wearing headphones, turn them down and turn them up to a comfortable level, and let's see what we find.
Good, please let us know who you are.
Bear with me. This I only recorded for about 2 minutes. Every time that screen blinks, that's another screenshot.
How do you know who I am?
Oh, no, no, no.
How do you know who I am?
That's clear.
How do you know who I am?
I don't know who you are.
You got one more minute until I turn this off.
Ah, come on. Very temperamental.
You got one more minute until I turn this off.
I'm hearing what the fuck? Apologize for my French or German or whatever. Feek is in German actually, but
Turn this off. You got one more minute until I turn this off. Thanks so much, Raven. Turn this off in 5, 4,
I thought I heard something after that towards the end when I said I was going to turn this off. That's why I left it on a little bit longer. But everybody's asking, let's do the Phasma box just for a second. It is one of my personal favorites. I love the Phasma box. It by far is one of my favorites. And there's the light version that is with this. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Between them.
What? Hello, hello? Hello? How are you doing? Pretty good? Did I hear Howard? Lori. Is there any way you can verify or validate your name? What the hell was that? Did you just come through? I could have swore I heard you. Hello? Hello, hello. Am I looking in the wrong direction? Are you to my left? Are you to my right? Are you directly in front of me? Left, sir. Okay. Is there more than one of you with me? And I appreciate your courteousness. How are you doing? How have you been? Yep, my name is Dom. Yep. Louis? It's my uncle's name. Strong leader. Am I looking at you?
When they surrendered,
This way doesn't help me know which way I need to go. Okay, left, right here. Am I looking in the mirror?
Of the church.
Can you give me an object? Can you tell me what object I need to be looking at?
And in prison for born.
All right, here, mirror, pillow, speaker, projector, DVDs. I do have a fridge in here. Yes, it has a freezer. Your left or my left? That's a very good point. So what would you like to talk about? You've been in prison. I don't know if did you recover? Did you you feel better about being out? I don't need to know why you were there, just are you recovered? This one actually does not have the Latin bank on it. The actual one does. And I highly recommend it for anybody, the Plasma Box. I definitely recommend it for anybody that's interested in actually using any of the spirit communication stuff, especially Windows-based. It's like $20, but the thing is awesome. It does so much stuff, and it's awesome. I got a great question because this is what everybody cares about. Spirits, does money matter? Does money make you happy? What is the thing that makes you happy? You know, what is the thing that makes you happy? This? Kelly, thanks for being in here. It's great to see you. That was a car that went by, but I'm hearing other chatter in the background as well. And when you said Louie, I was thinking Louie Louie. Can you finish the rest of the song? You able to? Louie 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 Louie. Nothing. Pushy? I'm pushy. Not trying to be. Who is weak? And why do you think that? There is a way. Let me get the mouse over there. It's slightly challenging to get the mouse where I would like it. You can actually change the vibrance of the screen, so it'll change to a different color. Not sure if I'm doing it correctly. Yeah, let's try that. Yeah, I don't think I did it correctly. Oh, there we go. Sure. Spirits, I'm going to try to do a volume test. I've gotten some great results with this. So I'm going to try to speak loudly, and maybe you'll be able to respond in a way. I'm just trying to think of something most of us know. And I think I turned down the audio. Very good chance I did. Yep, sure did. And Spirits, if you're able to, could you try to let me know the time period that you're from? And I thought I heard ancient, and what was it? Spirits, what is the oldest text that is written? All right. And can you finish this phrase? Our Father who art... Okay.
Drugs.
Okay, let's try the one I did before anyway. Wake up and smell the. I believe I heard it actually. Heard it through the headset. Wherefore art thou? And I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. And I apologize to everybody. I actually got to cut the show a little bit. Well, I mean, it's right around the same time this week. But I actually have my buddy is getting married in about 2 to 3 weeks. So I have a big shindig I got to go to tomorrow morning for him and his fiance. So I will catch you guys next week. Don't forget to check out our Thursday show every Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, and it's on liveparanormal.com on Ustream. You can only chat with us live through liveparanormal.com. And we will be back for another test with the Spektrocom next Friday. Think of questions. Maybe I'll give you a little homework for this week. Think of some questions and write them down and send them my way. You can send them to our Facebook page, send them to our Google Plus page, or send them on the event page for this show. And I would love to have any questions that you guys can think of. It'd be great to have new questions and stuff like that. I'm in his wedding party, so I kind of need to be there tomorrow for that type of stuff. But a good friend of mine, I've known him about 8 to 9 years. But everybody have a beautiful night, and I will catch you next week. Don't forget to check out Paraglobal for upcoming streams. Spooky Raven's on there, Rusty. Whenever you have your shows up, I try to get them in there as well. I got Southwest Ghost in there, Paranormal Zone TV, Paranormal Super Radio, numerous stuff. If you guys do a channel and you got upcoming shows all the time, let me know. I'll try to update that and put it in the Paraglobal TV. But everybody have a beautiful night, and I will catch you later.